Hi, this is Stella from Chasing Waters. This time I'm coming to you with a decorating video because I haven't really had time to do paintings as I'm redecorating. So if you're interested in looking at this DIY IKEA Crate bookshelf hack, then stay tuned. So there's this area underneath I like to call it a bar, but it's not actually used as a bar. So there's loads of space underneath the tabletop overlooking the living space that I thought I'd use for storage, because who doesn't need more storage? So the idea was to have some shelf in there, but so at first I was looking online, looking for anything with the right measurements, so either having two next to each other or having one complete. But because it's not a very standard length or depth, then it was super hard to find, and anything that was remotely the right size was quite expensive, so I was like, let me make it myself. So first of all, I went to Bauhaus and got some planks cut in the perfect size, which was perfect. 190 times 25 times 2 planks. So idea was to have 2 levels, and then I needed something for support and found these crates in IKEA that fit perfectly for the height and the depth that I needed for these shelves. So yeah, I brought them home, started creating the boxes. I decided on not using the bottom part as I think it's visually better, and also they are still very sturdy without the bottom on, so I think that works out very well. So I basically just followed the instructions from IKEA for how to make the boxes, the sides from the bottoms, and left them out. I was checking how it was looking, and I liked the size and everything, but the color was off for me, and I wanted something that would blend in better with the background. So initially I had the idea of painting them white, all of the wood, but then I do really like the texture of the wood. So I opted for this white tint instead. So tint, stain, whatever you want to call it. I bought this small box and it fit perfectly for what I needed it to do. I stained all of the boxes, all of the sides, and then also the top plates of the planks. This way the wood has a more neutral look, and it also blends in more with the background, but it also doesn't lose its texture, and you can still see, you know, that lovely wood pattern. So the whole staining process took about 3 days just to get first of all the plates or the planks done, and then doing all the sides of the small boxes, because I had to turn them around. I couldn't paint all of the sides at the same time, obviously, and the stain needs 12 hours to dry in between putting another layer or, you know, flipping them over. So when all the pieces were dry, I put them together. I tried screwing them together, but I quickly found out that I don't have time for that, and technically not necessary either. So I just put them on top of each other. They're very, very sturdy. I have a lot of trust in this construction, but obviously I would recommend to screw them together just to have that extra support, especially if you have the shelf in the middle of the room or something like that, where it's easily knock-offable, or if you have kids or dogs or something like that. So this is how I put all the pieces together, and then I just filled the shelf with books, and I still have loads of space, and I can also use the top of it. If you want to, you can have more floors or levels or less. You can have the exact size and length of your planks. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Let me know what you think of it and if this is something you would do yourself. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.